हे एवरीवन, इट्स मी हमसे एंड यू आर वाचिंग एच टी रिएक्ट्स। क्या हाल चाल है जी? वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल। तो आज हम बात करने वाले हैं जी एक ऐसे वीडियो पे जो कि काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेटिव होने वाला है। और आपको पता है जी, फ्राइडे है तो रिक्वेस्टेड भी वीडियो है ये, यानी रिक्वेस्टेड भी है और इंफॉर्मेटिव भी है। तो वीडियो का टाइटल पढ़कर ही आए होंगे, फिर भी बताता हूँ कि व्हाट इज़ हिंदुइज़्म। थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया है, लेकिन वो कहते हैं ना कि जिस चीज़ के बारे में पूरा ना मालूम हो उस पर कोई कमेंट नहीं करना चाहिए। तो पहले हम वीडियो देखेंगे, चीज़ों को प्रोसेस करेंगे और फिर ओपिनियन देंगे। तो स्टार्ट करें जी, शुरू करते हैं। 3 2 1 एंड गो।
Hinduism, the religion of over a billion people, is the world's oldest
एनिमेटेड
religion and
वीडियो है
probably
और
the most
अच्छी
confusing one
लग
to
रही है।
non-Hindus. Some say it isn't even a religion, more a way of life.
ओके,
Hindus themselves call it the
वे ऑफ
Sanatana Dharma,
लाइफ,
the eternal tradition. So,
सनातन
what is
धर्म।
Hinduism?
जी,
Does YOLO
कमेंट में
apply
हमें
to
ये
them?
वर्ड
And
मिलता है
who is
हमेशा।
this elephant guy? Well, let's find out. Hinduism is the
क्यूरियोसिटी
world's oldest
विजुअलाइज्ड।
active religion. It's the result of the merging of the ancient Indus Valley civilization and the nomads that came into India around 1500 BC.
ओके,
Some scholars say it could even go back
मतलब
many
इंडस वैली
more
पाकिस्तान वाली
thousands
साइड
of
से शुरू हुआ
years.
था।
But we won't delve too deep into dates because dates in Hinduism are very controversial. But one thing is certain,
ओके,
Hinduism is old, like at least 36 Betty Whites. Hinduism has been around for so long that it and the concept of India itself are inseparable. Hindu and India even come from the same word. Sanskrit was the ancient language of the Hindus, and the Sanskrit name for the Indus River is Sindhu. The ancient Persians who
सिंधु,
sat across the Indus
दरिया
tended to
सिंध।
switch their S's to H's, so Sindhu became Hindu. So the people living across the river
ओके,
became Hindus. The Persians told the Greeks, who dropped that very not Greek-like H, stuck in a very Greek-like E to the end, and boom, India. Hinduism has a
इंडिया।
long history. But today we'll be focusing on just the core beliefs of Hindus because I don't have the willpower to animate a 3-hour-long video. Hindus are a diverse group. Some are strict, dedicating their lives to prayer, while others don't believe in any gods but still follow Hindu philosophy. To make things easier to understand, let's break Hinduism down into 7 core beliefs. So,
7
here's
core
my
beliefs।
rap about the 7 Hindu
हमारे
beliefs.
5 अरकान होते हैं,
Promise you weren't
वहाँ पे
gonna
7
do the
core
rap.
beliefs।
Come on, you're better than this, man.
Fine. Here's the regular version then. 1.
ओके,
Belief in one universal soul. Hindus believe in a universal soul known as Brahman, a formless, genderless
Brahman।
source of all reality. Brahman is the universe and the material that makes up the universe. It's a trippy concept, but think of Brahman as an ocean and everything else as drops propelling out of that ocean. Separate for a time, but still the same thing, if that makes sense. 2. Belief in an immortal individual soul. In Hinduism, souls are known as Atman. Actions of the soul while in a body have effects on that soul's next life. When you die, your soul moves to another new
जैसे
body.
हमारा
This is
concept
called
है,
transmigration. The kind of body the soul inhabits next is determined by karma. 3.
अच्छा, ये थोड़ा
Belief in
different था।
karma. Karma is action,
Karma।
usually good or bad actions that affect society.
Reading on
For Hindus, karmic actions in the past affect us today, and our actions today affect our soul's future. 4. Belief in moksha. The goal in Hindu life is to somehow get
Moksha।
back to Brahman. If a Hindu can do this, they will be freed from the cycle of life and death. This is called moksha. You can achieve moksha by realizing your
मोक्ष यानी
oneness
आपका
with
जो
Brahman. How you realize this is up to
बॉडी
you. For
मतलब
this reason,
रिक्रिएट
Hindus
होगी, वो
pray,
फिर सीन
lead
खत्म हो
me from
जाएगा।
the unreal to the real. 5.
द रियल।
Belief in the Vedas. The Vedas are
Vedas।
Hindu sacred books of knowledge. There are 4 Vedas. Hindus believe that all 4
Four
were
Vedas।
divinely revealed to ancient Hindu sages. We'll take a closer look at the Vedas in a while. 6. Belief in cyclical time. For Hindus, there are no beginnings or endings. Time is a series of cycles, each cycle containing 4 ages or yugas. There's the Krita, the Treta, the Dwarapara, and the Kali. Added together, the 4 yugas total about 4.32 million years. At the end of each cycle, declining human morality leads to the total destruction of reality. Hindus
Total
believe that we
destruction.
are in the fourth and final yug, Kali. 7. Belief in Dharma.
कलयुग.
Dharma is a difficult
अच्छा,
word
इसके
to
कंप्लीट होने पे
translate to
डिस्ट्रक्शन
English.
होगी.
Proper behavior is the best that I could come up with. Dharma maintains balance in the universe. As long as everything in the
Okay.
universe, like animals, plants, and humans, follow their Dharma, then everything will be fine. If they break from the Dharma, though, things will be super not fine. Each being has its own Dharma. A lion's Dharma is to kill and eat antelope. A king's Dharma is to rule well. A subscriber's
Dharma is
Dharma
like
is
duty.
to smash the like button and ring the notification bell. For humans, their specific Dharma is usually based on their age and their caste. An old priest will have a very different Dharma than a young merchant, for example. So those are the 7 core beliefs of Hinduism. With them, you can understand the Hindu mindset. Unlike Christianity or Islam, Hinduism is a non-profit organization. There is no Jesus or Muhammad for Hindus. There is no Bible, Quran, or Torah. Instead, they have a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of different sacred texts. The 4 Vedas form the basis of the Hindu faith.
अच्छा,
So let's
ये
take a look
चार
at them.
बेसिक हैं.
1. The Rig Veda. The Rig Veda is a collection of
Veda.
songs that praise and discuss ideas like truth, reality, and the universe, along with discussions on war, weddings, and rituals. 2. The Yajur Veda. The Yajur Veda covers
Yajur
stuff
Veda.
such as sacrificial rites and rituals. 3. The Sama Veda. Sama literally means sweet song that destroys sorrow. It is mostly songs dedicated
Sama.
to praising gods.
सही
It's
है.
different than the
महफिल
rest of the
समाज ऐसे
Vedas
होती
because
है.
it's set to
सही.
music. 4.
अच्छा, तो ये
The
वर्ड यहाँ
Atharva
से आया है,
Veda.
समा
The
वेदा
Atharva
से.
Veda is my favorite one. Do you want to curse your enemies?
अरे बाप रे.
Or charm that special someone? Maybe learn to invoke rain? Or discover herbal medicine along with tips on warfare? Like how to make poison arrows? Well, this Veda has you covered, along with a bunch of other charms and curses. It even has a curse against cursers. Avoid us, O curse, as a burning fire avoids a lake. Strike him here that curses us, as the lightning of heaven the tree. A link to the Atharvaveda is in the description, just in case you need a spell to get a wife or another to
Charm
banish
for
pigeons
claiming a
from your
wife.
presence. It's great.
उसको पता है भाई
After
लौंडे
the
आजकल क्या
Vedas come
चाहते हैं,
the
उसने लिख दी है.
Upanishads, which are like a sequel that makes the original make much more
Vedas.
sense. They were probably written
Okay.
down between 800 BC and 500 BC, during a time when some Hindus
Christ से भी
started to
पहले,
question
यानी
the Vedas.
2800
Their
साल
ideas
पहले.
became the Upanishads. The Upanishads are books on philosophy, like we would expect from Plato or Aristotle. They're all about questioning, doubt, debate, and finding the answers to life's difficult questions. A
यानी
theme in the
वो
Upanishads
वेदास
is that
पे जो
people are
डिस्कशन
not
हुई है
their
वो आगे
minds
मजीद फिर
or
सब
bodies
बुक्स बन
or
गई.
egos, but their Atman. Your soul is you. Everything else is unreal and temporary. After the holy texts, like
वही
the
जैसे हम
Vedas and
कहते
the
हैं दुनिया
Upanishads,
फानी
are
है.
other less divine but still
सिमिलर
important
कंसेप्ट्स नजर
texts.
आ रहे हैं मुझे काफी
These
हद तक.
include stuff like the Puranas, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. The Puranas are like encyclopedias of Hindu beliefs. There are 18 well-known Puranas. The Puranas cover things from yoga, to army organization, to taxation, to the caste system, to hell, gods, and everything in between. The Bhagavad Gita, Gita for short, is one of Hinduism's most important texts. The Gita takes place on a battlefield where Arjuna, a great warrior, refuses to fight. Lord Krishna steps in to urge Arjuna to fight, and their discussion covers things such as dharma and how to live your best life. Arjuna eventually fought after Lord
discussion
Krishna
between
taught
these
him the
two
truth
is
about dharma.
is a
As a member of the
collection
warrior
of,
caste, Arjuna's dharma
Gita, ऐसे.
was to fight against evil. The lesson of the Gita is that everyone faces difficult choices, but they must act on them according to their dharma, no matter how unpleasant. Along with all these philosophical texts, Hinduism has 2 action-packed epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. The Ramayana, the earlier of the 2 texts, tells the story of Prince Rama. In the epic, you find out about his 14-year-long exile, the abduction of his wife Sita, his battle with the evil demon Ravana, and his awesome monkey sidekick Hanuman. The second epic, the Mahabharata, is the longest poem in the world. 5 times the length of the Bible and 8 times the length of the Iliad and Odyssey combined. It rivals any soap
5 times
opera
the
you've
length of
ever
Bible.
seen when it comes to drama. Murder, betrayal, love murder, and giant battles. The Mahabharata has it all. The theme running through the Ramayana and the Mahabharata is that Dharma must be followed for society to function. In Hinduism, there
इसका
are
मतलब
4
जो
goals a person
वेदास
should aim
हैं
for to
वो
have a good
ओरिजिनल
life.
सेक्रेट
The
टेक्स्ट है
first of these is
और
Dharma,
ये जो
followed
है
by Artha,
गीता
the pursuit
रामायण
of prosperity
महाभारत
and good
ये स्टोरीज
reputation,
हैं
Kama,
स्टोरीज मतलब
pleasure
कि वो
both
जो
in body and in mind,
वाकयात हुए थे
and Moksha, the release from the cycles of rebirth.
ओके
Hindus should
थोड़ा
practice
थोड़ा
Artha
आ रहा
and
है
Kama
बहुत सारा ऊपर भी
with
जा रहा है
Dharma
लेकिन
in
थोड़ा
order
थोड़ा
to
आ रहा है
achieve Moksha. There are also 6 temptations Hindus should try and avoid. Kama, lust and materialism. This Kama is different from the good Kama mentioned above, I know. Next is Kruda, which is anger.
क्रोध
Lobha,
गुस्सा
which is greed. Moha, which is
इससे भी
unrealistic
यहाँ भी मना
attachment
किया
to
गया
things, people and power.
यहाँ भी
Mada,
मतलब
which is
इस्लाम में भी ये
pride,
चीज़ें मना है
and Matsarya, which is jealousy. By following
तकब्बुर
the
मदा
Dharma and avoiding
हसद
these 6
यार
temptations,
तकरीबन
a
सेम है
Hindu can
यार
break the
सिर्फ
cycle of
वर्ड
rebirth
चेंज
and
है
have their soul
बाकी
merged
सेम है
back into Brahman. But even though everything
ब्रह्मा
comes
इज
from
अ
Brahman, who is the
शेपलेस
one real
एंटिटी
thing in
और हम भी यही
Hinduism,
कहते हैं कि
Hindus do, after
जो
all,
अल्लाह पाक
have
है उनकी कोई
thousands of
कोई
gods.
शेप
So
नहीं है तो
let's take a look at them.
मेरे ख्याल में
First,
सारे
there's
मतलब
Brahma,
कनेक्टेड
the
हैं
creator. He created everything in the
Creator.
universe, but he is not the universe itself, because that's Brahman. They aren't the same thing. That last letter changes a lot, apparently. He has 4 heads. The heads face each of the 4 directions to represent the 4 Vedas, which he created, and the 4 yugs. He also holds a book, which represents knowledge. Oh, and he rides a giant swan because he's just fancy. His consort is Saraswati, the goddess of learning. Vishnu, the preserver, is the second member of the Hindu trinity. He preserves the world created by Brahma until it is eventually destroyed by Shiva.
मतलब
He holds a
मेन
discus which he uses to cut down
क्रिएटर
anyone
हिंदू
that tries to mess with his
फिलोसफी
dharma,
में
along with
ब्रह्मा
Kansh,
है
which symbolizes victory and the 5 elements. Vishnu has many avatars, such as Krishna or Rama, who he uses to defend Dharma on earth. Oh, and he rides a
ये सब
giant
विष्णु
eagle
ही है
named Garuda.
डायरेक्टली
Vishnu
इनडायरेक्टली
has 2 consorts, the goddess Lakshmi and Bhudevi. Bhudevi is the earth goddess and Lakshmi is the goddess of good fortune and wealth. Next is Shiva the Destroyer, the 3rd member of the
Destroyer.
Hindu trinity. It's his job to destroy the universe in order to prepare for its renewal at the end of each cycle of time. The most
Destroy the
identifiable of
वैसे ही
his
जैसे यार
features
हजरत
is his third eye,
इसराफील
which he
अलैहिस्सलाम
almost always keeps closed.
वो
If
destroy
he
करेंगे
does
मतलब वो
open
एक
it and you're in front of him,
फूकेंगे
then you will
सूर
have your face
फूकेंगे
melted
तो सब
off.
destroy
When
होगा
not on making existence, Shiva enjoys long walks
फिर
with people
समझ नहीं
named
आती
Nandi.
इतना लड़ते क्यों है सारे मतलब इतनी ज़्यादा
At the
सिमिलैरिटीज
end of the Kali Yuga, the 4th age of the world, Shiva will perform a dance that destroys the universe. Which is odd because people have told
यहाँ पे
me
यहाँ
my dance moves make them wish the world would end. So me and Shiva have quite a
यहाँ
lot
पे
in common.
दिखाया गया कि वो
Parvati and Sati
कलयुग
are
में
Shiva's consorts. Shiva also
kind of
has
एक
2 sons,
डांस होगा जो कि
Ganesha
destroy
and
करेगा
Murugan. Ganesha
हमारे उसमें
is
कि वो एक
worshipped as the remover of
वॉइस होगी जो
obstacles,
destroy करेगी
and
तो
Murugan
बड़ी
is the
चीज़ें
god
यार
of war. Ganesha holds
Same
a very
है
special place in the heart of Hindus, due to him being the
Ganesha.
remover of obstacles. The elephant head is the most obvious clue to identifying him. He was actually born with a human head, but after Shiva cut that one off, he kind of had to make do with an elephant one.
ये स्टोरी मैंने
If
सुनी
you're Christian or Muslim, you're aware that your religion has a bunch of different denominations, like Catholics or Protestants, Sunni and Shia. Hinduism has these too. Hindus developed
Okay.
4 major denominations, some of which have their own subdivisions.
ब्राह्मण
The Vaishnavas primarily worship Vishnu, and Shaivas
Okay.
primarily worship Shiva and
Shaivas.
his sons. Smartas follow sacred texts like the Puranas, the
अच्छा
Ramayana, and the
ये कोई और सीन
Mahabharata,
है
rather than the Vedas. They worship 5 gods and goddesses, Ganesha, Durga, Surya, Shiva, and a preferred avatar of Vishnu. Finally, Shaktas worship the goddess Devi. Shaktas see Devi as the ultimate and eternal reality, like a feminine Brahman. Even though there are all these variations and more, the core beliefs of Hindus remain mostly the same.
Man, the same. Just like in Islam के core
Hindus
belief
believe
5
that
अरकान
Dharma
सेम
keeps the
रहेंगे
balance in the
किसी भी
universe.
मुसलमान को
If the
पकड़ने किसी भी
scales
सेक्ट
between
के
good and evil start tipping towards evil, then something needs to intervene to fix the universe's Dharma. This divine intervention is known as an avatar. The literal meaning of the word avatar is descent. Avatars are gods that
Descent.
descend to
Mahdi.
Earth to intervene whenever help is needed to restore Dharma. For example, when the Earth was dragged underneath the ocean, Vishnu descended to Earth as the avatar Varaha, a boar, and dragged the Earth back out. In other cases, Vishnu was born on Earth as a human avatar like Rama or Krishna. where he spent his avatar's life fixing Dharma. So, the caste system. If you only know one
कास्ट
thing
सिस्टम,
about Hinduism, this is probably it.
मतलब
People see it
सेक्ट
as an
सिस्टम में भी
oppressive
चार
system
हैं,
that locks
फिर
people
आगे
in
कास्ट
place
सिस्टम में भी
based
चार
on
हैं,
their birth.
काफी
And for a huge
कॉम्प्लिकेटेड
part
है
of
यार।
history, that's what it's been, unfortunately. Let's do a quick explanation of what the caste system is. In Hinduism, there are
Okay.
4 castes or classes that you can be born into.
there's-
There's the Brahmin, the priest, the Kshatriyas, the warriors,
ये चार
the
पढ़े हुए हैं
Vaishyas,
हमने,
the traders,
सिर्फ
and the
नाम,
Shudras, the manual
books में।
laborers. The main basis for the
Laborers,
caste system
traders,
can be found in the
warrior,
Bhagavad
priest.
Gita and the Rig Veda. Krishna says in the Gita, I have created a 4-fold system in order to distinguish among one's qualities and functions. The Rig Veda also refers to the 4 castes. It says humans were created from parts of the god Purusha, the Brahmin from his face, the Kshatriya from his arms, the Vaishya his thighs, and the Shudra his feet. This system was supposed to assign people functions based on their abilities, not their birth. If someone had the qualities
Okay.
of a Brahmin or a Vaishya, they could fill those
ट्रांसफर हो
roles.
सकता है।
The Gita didn't restrict movement among castes, and the caste system functioned as intended for a while, until a document known as the Laws of Manu came about around the 5th century BC. Popularly referred to as the Manu Smriti, they created hard rules for Hindu life. 2 rules presented
Okay.
in it contributed to the way the caste system turned out. Manu states that the Brahmin were the lords of all castes, and he forbid moving among the castes. The caste you were born into was now
यानी
the caste you're stuck in. If you
8
give humans a
BC में
hierarchy,
जाके ये
they'd
मूवमेंट
exploit
रुक
it,
गई।
and things will go sour pretty quickly. As time passed,
Okay.
Hindus began thinking in terms of upper and lower castes. Soon, cleaning toilets,
तो
tanning
time के
leather,
साथ होता
and
है।
dealing with meat products were thought to be impure. The people doing those jobs became untouchables, the lowest of the low,
Untouchables.
a people without caste. And the rest is history. The modern world has brought many changes though. Now Hindus mix freely while working together in the same businesses, attending the same schools, and generally just living together. But when it comes to
Time के
marriage,
साथ
many Hindus
सब
still
कुछ
stick
ठीक हो
to their
जाता है।
own caste. But this too is changing, and on Hindu dating websites, you can actually see people list a non-preference for caste. It'll say, caste no bar. So, those are the basics of Hinduism. It isn't even close to covering everything. One video simply can't do
लेकिन
it.
भाई ये भी बहुत
Hinduism
ज़्यादा
is too
नॉलेज है,
diverse,
टू बी
too
ऑनेस्ट।
deep, and
इतना ज़्यादा नॉलेज था कि शायद मुझे अगर बैठ के अगर रिपीट करना पड़े तो मैं नहीं कर पाऊँगा, क्योंकि एक ही बारी में मुझे थोड़ी सी चीज़ें तो याद रही हैं, जैसे ब्राह्मण इज़ द यूनिवर्स और ब्रह्मा इज़ द क्रिएटर, और फिर आगे सबऑर्डिनेंस जो लोग हैं जिन्होंने मतलब किया, इसमें विष्णु हैं और बहुत सारे थे, और एक चीज़ के डिफरेंट अवतार्स हैं, यानी टाइम टू टाइम जो है ना अकॉर्डिंग टू द नीड ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटी जो भी क्रिएटर ने शेप ली, वो एक एज अ अलग गॉडेस जो है या गॉड जो है वो फिर उसको पूजा जा रहे। और फिर 4 मेन वो हैं वेदास यानी बुक्स 4 हैं, और उसके आगे फिर जो है ना फिर आगे उसमें डिस्कशन, उसके इंटरप्रिटेशन और वो सब अलग हैं। अच्छा, हम फिर ये समझते थे यार कि मेन बुक गीता ही है, मतलब जितना हमें थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया था, लेकिन इस वीडियो को देख के ये पता लगा कि गीता, महाभारत और कौन सी थी, एक और थी रामायण, ये 3 एक काइंड ऑफ ये इंसिडेंट्स हैं, स्टोरी ऑफ इंसिडेंट्स है जो हुए थे, इवेंट्स के जो हुए थे, तो काफ़ी यार काफ़ी डेप्थ है। और उसके बाद फिर कास्ट सिस्टम में जो कि वेदा में जो है वो ये है कि अकॉर्डिंग टू द वंस एबिलिटी जो है वो उसकी कास्ट जो है या उसका जो जिसमें रखा जाएगा उसको मैं सेक्ट कह देता हूँ यार, ऐसे मैं बड़ा कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ नहीं तो उसमें प्लेस किया जाएगा उसको अकॉर्डिंग टू हिज एबिलिटीज़ ऑन बर्थ, या जो भी चाइल्डहुड में जो बच्चे के करेक्टर नज़र आने लग जाते हैं ना कि बहादुर है, समझदार है, क्या है मतलब। लेकिन फिर 8 BC में जो है इसको जो लॉ ऑफ मनोज आए उसमें फिर रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया गया कि नहीं भाई ब्राह्मण के घर ब्राह्मण ही पैदा होगा। फिर ये सीन हो गया है कि अब मूवमेंट नहीं होगी, तो डेफिनेटली उससे प्रॉब्लम भी फिर आगे क्रिएट हुई, लेकिन आजकल के टाइम में सब कुछ चेंज हो रहा है। तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा नॉलेज था, बहुत कुछ प्रोसेस करने के लिए होता है भाई। अ, मतलब अभी अभी तक जो है ना माइंड प्रोसेस कर रहा हूँ मैं। लेकिन एक चीज़ मैंने नोट की यार, अब टू बी ऑनेस्ट देखो, बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी थी जो कि अब्राहमिक रिलीजन्स में हो या फिर आपके रिलीजन में सेम थी। बस नेम्स का फ़र्क है, वो नेम्स कह लें कि वो संस्कृत में नेम थे और वो अरेबिक या बाकी जो लैंग्वेजेस हैं उनमें जिनसे हम ज़्यादा फेमिलियर हैं, तो वो सारी चीज़ें सेम थी। कि मतलब जो 7 मेन प्रिंसिपल्स हैं आपके, वो हमारे यहाँ 5 मेन अकायद जो हैं उनकी तरह थे बिल्कुल। और फिर कुछ 7 प्रिंसिपल्स और थे कि मतलब अ वे ऑफ लाइफ जो डिफ़ाइन किए कि ये करना है ये नहीं करना, तो वो हमारे यहाँ जो है वो शरीयत में डिफ़ाइन है, सेम बिल्कुल सेम वैसे ही एग्जैक्ट, कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है। तो फिर क्यों लड़ते हैं यार लोग? मुझे समझ नहीं आती। डेफिनेटली हम सब लोग जो हैं वो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट रिलीजन्स में परवान चढ़ते हैं, मानते हैं, फेथ रखते हैं। तो हमें रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए किसी के भी रिलीजन को, चाहे वो फिर अब्राहमिक रिलीजन्स हो जिसमें एक क्रिएटर है, एंजल्स हैं, प्रॉफिट्स हैं, तो किसी को उन्हें हर्ट नहीं करना चाहिए। और इसी तरह जो बाकी रिलीजन्स हैं जैसे सनातन धर्म है, उसमें जो एक बताया गया है, एक तरीका बताया गया कि किस तरह से यूनिवर्स और क्रिएटर और फिर आगे गॉडेस और बाकी सारे अवतार्स ये सब बताए गए हैं। तो किसी को वो भी नहीं करना चाहिए पॉइंट आउट, या कोई गलत बात नहीं करनी चाहिए। इवन कि हमारे कुरान में लिखा हुआ है जी, सूरह अल काफिरून, कि किसी के भी खुदा को, चाहे आप उसे सच्चा समझते हो या नहीं समझते, लेकिन उसे कुछ मत कहो, कुछ गलत मत कहो, अदरवाइज़ वो आपके खुदा को कुछ कहेगा। तो बेसिकली कुरान में भी इज़ अ वे ऑफ लाइफ, लेकिन बात वही है कि इसको ट्रांसलेट किया जाता है और डिफरेंट सोसाइटीज़ या डिफरेंट लोग इसको अपने हिसाब से ट्रांसलेट करते हैं। तो आप देखते हैं कि कुछ आयत को लेके कहा जाता है कि भाई जितने नॉन मुस्लिम्स हैं उनको मार दो, लेकिन सेम उन्हीं आयत को लेके लोग कह रहे थे कि भाई ये नहीं, ये इसका मतलब ये नहीं है, तुम कुछ और मतलब निकाल रहे हो अपने हिसाब से। तो ये बड़ा लंबा डिस्कशन है, लेकिन मैं इस नतीजे पे पहुंचा हूँ कि चीज़ें ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, चीज़ें ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, जस्ट जस्ट एक तरीका और जस्ट नेम्स चेंज है, और तो मुझे कोई फ़र्क नज़र आया नहीं। बहरहाल आप कमेंट सेक्शन में बताइएगा हमारी हमने जो बात कही है उससे आप कितना मुत्तफिक हैं, कितना एग्री करते हैं। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। सी यू गाइस इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो।